Hi guys, and I am Joyce Marcellus, owner of Toxic Sweet Shop, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I kind of wanted to give a quick intro about who I am. I'm not just a cake artist, I am a million things. I don't only just do cakes, I'm also a food artist. That's actually what I'm most known for. I have a shirt line, I like to power lift. I am a power lifter, yes. And I am also, I run a sweets university with my friend Cass Jimenez of Cakes and Craft by Cass. Check out her YouTube. I'll put the link below. Um, and what else do we do? Oh my god, we put on a cake show this year, and we do every other year. So 2020 is our next cake show, which we're super excited. But anyways, my point into doing this YouTube intro is to basically introduce myself and to kind of really take a hold of my channel. I think I was just uploading tutorials and not really utilizing to its best abilities. So I'm going to combine this channel to not just be my artistic or my art abilities, but it's going to be also a mix of powerlifting and myself and a lot of like self-help and self searching or soul searching. And as a big woman, as a plus size woman, as a Hispanic Latina woman, I've gone through so much in my life. I don't think that most people could ever really assume what one person can entail, or handle. Like, I've gone through it all. So, I want the opportunity to be able to connect with you guys and to relate to you guys and kind of like, touch some core things about me and who I am as an artist, because even though Toxic Sweet Shop is my business name, it's also who I am as an artist. So most people really didn't know who I was. They knew Toxic Sweet Shop and they knew my work, but they never correlated it with myself. So, the last 3 years I've really been trying to be the face of Toxic Sweet Shop. So when I talk about Toxic Sweet Shop, it is my art. It's my art. It's not necessarily that I'm a shop. I am actually a home-based business, but I don't even do cakes anymore. I only really do is smash cakes for some clients, but I'm not really into creating cakes for clients any longer. I had a successful it's almost 10 years of running my own home-based business. I went from like starting with 2 to 4 a weekend to going from like 20 to like 30 orders a week on a weekend, and it was a lot for me personally, and I feel like that's a check off my list. I've already accomplished having a successful home-based business. I know what it takes and what it requires and how to be a great salesperson. So if that's something you guys would like to know, put that in the comment for suggestions. I've been through it all, like I said earlier. So I will be going into opening the chapters of my life and kind of explain to you what led me to this point of creating this YouTube and switching out my channel, what it's really going to be like now. So I'm just super excited, you guys. Today I'm going to be training my friend Ashley on how to get into powerlifting, and I wanted to go over a little bit of about powerlifting. I'm going to give you guys the details of what has led me to the point I am at now, but just know that lifting saved my soul. And I think that us women, or even like a guy, honestly, that go through some life changes or life experiences, or let's say you have a moment of like you're just not feeling yourself, like that's like probably the biggest thing that I've noticed is like, if you don't love yourself, then how can you love anybody, or love anything else, you know what I'm saying? So I've struggled with that my entire life. I've been through so much that I've gotten lost in transaction, and but I've always been very focused, and I'm a functioning I'm gonna say a functioning depressed person. So I'm no longer as like fully depressed as I was before, but we'll go into all that details in a next video. But for this video, I just wanted to touch on that a lot of times that we women, or like men, I'm not gonna say men or women, I'm not a very like, I don't like to like categorize too much, but let's say like this, when we're going through stuff and we're just not feeling ourselves, like we do function and we'll get through life, especially like if you have responsibilities, you have kids, or you have work you have to do. But I know that I spent like a good like 3 years not looking at myself in the mirror. Like, I looked at myself and I would be like, okay, but I really didn't look at myself. Like, when we look in the mirror, do you really look at yourself? That makes a huge difference. So when I started to power lift, it forced me to look at myself. You have to be looking in the mirror. You got to make sure your form's right. You got to make sure your legs are positioned right. Make sure you have a good grip on the bar. You want to make sure that when you're doing the move that it actually looks correct. And you spend a good chunk at the gym when you're powerlifting looking yourself in the mirror. And it's crazy. You're just like, you know, it's funny because when I used to go to the gym, I'd be like, oh my God, these guys are so self-centered. You know, I'd be at the cardio machine like, okay. And these guys are just staring at themselves. I'm like, oh God, they're so conceited, you know? But when I started to do powerlifting, which is, I started in September of last year, I realized that, you know, you do tend to look at yourself. You're just, you start staring at yourself and you're more determined and you're like, you're almost like you're against yourself. You're like looking in this mirror and you're like, I can do this. I can be stronger. Like, so every day you challenge yourself to push yourself maybe an extra half pound or a pound, and then you start feeling the strength, and it's crazy how it really changes how you feel about yourself. Like you're forced to look at yourself and then you're like, wow. And then as time progresses, you start seeing changes, because with lifting you are going to be able to lose weight, but it's not like the essential part of the what's it called, the chemistry of losing weight. It's really what you eat that makes the change, right? But for the initial step, if you're really into finding a way to relieve your soul of things that you've kind of been allowing them to really affect you, I feel like lifting is the key. And I really strongly advise it, that us women really need a power lift. It's such an amazing change that I have felt doing it, and this is why I wanted to make this for you guys. So I'm going to be doing some videos for you guys, and I just want to give you a small touch. We're going to go more into it as we get closer to as I start doing more videos and kind of like, you know, opening the back doors, you know, because I want to be relatable, and I want you guys to know that I've been through so much that I can relate to almost every situation, and that I'm going to be able to help you guys find a solution. And maybe it's just through lifting, or maybe it's just hearing me out, or knowing that you can achieve greatness no matter what you've been through. It's really up to you. So you hold the key, and that's the biggest thing. So we hold the bars at the gym, but we hold the keys to our minds and our heart, right? So I'm just super excited. So stay tuned to the next video, and I'm going to show you guys how to get into lifting. We're going to be doing different routines. I'm going to kind of just start with like my everyday kind of like what I would do, and then as far as not necessarily everything I do, I'm pretty much going to start with deadlifts today, and then we're going to move on to some other exercises, because I really need to build her muscle. She has no muscle strength at all, so we got to really focus on that. And that's kind of where most people have their fear, is that they feel very weak. So in order for you to remove that weakness, it's not just a mental thing, it's not just a physical thing, it's a mental thing. So we're gonna try to break those barriers and like help her fall in love with weightlifting. She was a plus size woman as well, and she has lost a lot of weight, but she would like, I guess for her, and she has a lot of history, and I'm not gonna share it because it's her own personal feelings that she's going through, but I know her depressive heart, and I know pain, and I know how hard it is to sometimes have hope and faith and want to do more, but you feel stuck in this rut. So my solution for her this time around is going to be to fall in love with lifting, and that's going to be the goal, and I hope you guys also will too. So once we get kind of through these exercises, I can help build more of a routine for you guys to kind of just dibble and dabble, and that's it. So this is me. I am Joyce Marcellus. I am 37. Well, I'm about to be 37. Okay, married. Yes, I am. Don't, if you guys are a guy and you're interested, sorry, I'm just kidding. And no kids. I have 2 dogs. I have a degree in psychology. I run my own businesses along with my other friend, and I have a lot of info. Okay, so I will see you guys on the next video. Make sure you guys keep it real, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.